Happy Wednesday. Hope you're having an amazing week. I want to share something with you today. We're going to go through the next 4 weeks actually on accumulating and creating wealth. And what is step number one? So today we're going to talk about step one, which is owning real estate. And you'll see in the diagram that I'm holding, it's owning real estate that's at least about 3 times what your annual income is. And when I say at least, I want to tell you why I mean at least. Let's talk a little bit about return on investment with real estate specifically, because again, this is the first step to creating massive wealth over your lifetime, and that is owning real estate. We'll get into the other steps later, but number one, why do you want to max out what you're purchasing? So let's just talk briefly about the stock market. If someone said, hey, I'm going to give you 100 grand to invest, and you take that money to invest it, but let's say you decide, I'm just going to put $50,000 in the stock market. I'm going to put the other $50,000 in a very safe savings account. All right. We all know that what the interest is you're earning on your $50,000 safe savings account is minimal and sometimes usually next to nothing, right? What you put in the stock market over time, though, that other $50,000 is earning usually anywhere from 8 to 12% interest over the course of time. So when you think that is going to be the return on investment, why would you not put the full 100 grand in the stock market versus only half of it? This is the same concept when it comes to buying real estate. I understand definitely that people have a budget they want to keep their payment inside. However, if you qualify for a $500,000 home, but you only buy a $250,000 home, now your return on investment is minimalized because you only bought half of what you could buy. Owning a larger home is going to create more wealth over the course of time because your return on investment is built on a larger asset versus a smaller asset. I hope that makes sense. But one of the things that my wife and I looked at, because we've been in our place for a long time, over 2 decades now. It's part of our home. It's part of the fabric of our family. We don't really want to move. So instead of buying a bigger home, as my income has gone up over the years, we bought a second home. We bought a rental home. So we've continued to buy real estate because that is where your wealth really, number one, is going to come from over time. A wild statistic I came across not long ago said that people that retire in America, 70% of their wealth for retirement comes from real estate they have owned, not their 401k. Really interesting statistic. So max out, buy as much real estate as you can buy, max it on out because that's where your true huge ROI will come from. Notice one thing I did not talk about in this whole video, and that is interest rates, because the interest rate does not really play a factor when you're figuring a return on investment over time buying real estate. You can always lower your rate when rates do come back down by refinancing. But it does not matter that the rate is 7% right now. The return on investment is going to be what it's going to be over time. The other thing I can tell you is this. I know people are thinking we may have a housing crisis like we experienced back in 07, 08, where values come down. We are not going to have that. If you learned, and you probably did in Economics 101, the first thing you learn in economics is about supply and demand. The supply of homes right now for sale is very low. The demand, though, for homes right now is very, very high. That means homes will continue to appreciate. So don't put off buying a home until rates come down. That's not what you want to do. You want to buy now and refinance later, right? And buy the most that you can possibly buy. That will maximize your return on investment. I hope this makes sense. Anything real estate related, though, please feel free to reach out to me anytime, 540-314-8843, or send me an email at jsweat@alcova.com. Hope you have an amazing rest of the day. Take care.